The year was 1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Hey, welcome to Monday. And wow, what a Monday it is right here in central Oklahoma. We're expecting a high temperature today of around 85, 86 degrees.
I'm ready to take my shirt off.
I know, it's nice. Isn't it?
This shirt and my undershirt, and just do it bare chested. That's what we ought to do, man.
Well, since we are the number one video podcast in America, I think it would be a good look and something we ought to consider. Hey, it's Jack Elliott, Ron Williams, the two, indecent idiots that come in here every Monday to Othello's Italian restaurant to do this video podcast live. Othello's, by the way, we want to thank them for letting us disrupt their entire operation here each and every week. They're open every day, 7 days a week from 4 p.m. till 10. Great Italian food. They've got another location, too, down in Norman on Campus Corner. This one we're working from is in Edmond, in downtown Edmond, 1 South Broadway, historic downtown Edmond. So we got to thank them. We also have to thank Richard, our outstanding producer, director, engineer. He does it all.
It's a Monday, man, and you would think after a hard weekend, he'd want to just sit back and put his feet up and enjoy this Monday. But no, he packed everything up, put it in his vehicle, packed it in here, put it up.
Yeah. He
He
said, hell, I'm not sobering up. I'm going to work with Jack and Ron.
I know I could do this with my eyes closed.
Yeah. We also have to say hi to the guys, good folks over at Andy B's. Have you been to Andy B's? It's over there on Penn, just south of 122nd, northwest 122nd. Look for the giant bee. It's like 2 stories high. Oh. They have everything inside to entertain you
I like
and your
the way
whole
you
family.
said that. Have you been to Andy B's? And I was about to say this weekend, it looked like everybody was at Andy B's.
Looked like the whole city was there.
Man, if you haven't been there as yet, it's a perfect place for class reunions, spring break, or just any type of gathering. Teachers, you wanted to take some of your classes there for, some type of recreational outing. This is the place for you. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. We'll tell you a little bit more about it, but you got to check out Andy B's Bowl and Social.
Yeah, it's an incredible place, and if you like the arcade type stuff, they've got the most modern, up-to-date, high-tech stuff you've ever seen.
Yeah.
So we'll tell you
You
more
and the
about
kids will be fighting. Dad, I want it. It's my turn. Shut up.
We'll tell you more about that in a bit, and also thanks to Flash Hauler. Flash Hauler, they've become the game changers in the moving industry, and they are now connected and interwoven with all the senior centers in the entire state of Oklahoma. So if you've got somebody in your family, an aunt, uncle, grandparent, or whatever, looking to downsize and move into an assisted living or senior center, they're connected to all of them. They can help you do it.
If it's in Oklahoma, they got you covered.
You will be taken well care of. So we got a whole bunch of crap coming up on the show today. I got
crap.
2 tough trivia is coming up in just a flash. We also have news of the I'll Be Damned, an incredible news of the I'll Be Damned we'll share with you today. We also have a sleazy, trashy showbiz report to make you happy, let you know what's going on in Hollywood, and the dumbass joke of the day. And we also have Tri-Bond, and Roy the movie guy will be with us to talk about what's hot at the box office. But let's kick it off with 2 tough trivia.
All right. The last Monday in Black History Month, man, Black History Month just goes
by
so fast.
Well, I've always said Black History Month is much shorter than the rest, but I've always said black men have something much longer to be proud of than the rest of the rest of the community. Okay,
kind of girthy, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Who was the first person to die at the beginning of the American Revolution? Remember the Boston Massacre? Who was this set it off for America to be America? Who was the first person to die? Richard, I know you know. I know you know.
Do you know, Richard? Because I'm thinking, all right, tell me who you think it is.
I don't know the name. I'm assuming it's a black guy, though.
Oh, well, hey, Black History Month.
Yeah. Plus, that's like a running joke. Like,
yeah,
it's always be the black guy that's going to die first.
Am I wrong, Ron?
No, you
Like in
are
the
not.
movies?
You
Well,
are
because
not
they're
wrong.
always sent to the front line first.
Yeah, but this guy was a leader. He was an organizer, and he was a leader of those who were against the British, which is why he was out there leading his group, his crowd, and he was the first person to die
And he was proud of his
at the
crowd.
American Revolution for America.
All right.
That's got to bother a whole bunch of people. A black man was the first person to die for America. That's right.
I'm trying to remember. I honestly don't know. I really don't. Does that make me stupid, or are there many other people, even in the black community, who don't know?
I guarantee you most folks in the black community know. But it's just one of what they were stressing this particular year.
Got it.
There's so much, especially with Ryan Walters and Edmund having their battle that's going on.
Yeah.
They're trying to, well, we want you to read this, but we don't want you to read or know that. And it's like, give me a break. What was he saying? We don't want anybody, he and DeSantis both, we don't want anybody to feel bad. I said, well, what about the black folks that are feeling bad?
Yeah.
You don't care about that. And I said, up to this particular time, man, you touched on a subject with me. Up to this particular time, from way back up to now, before you came up with all of this, you can't read this or you can't read that. Then it's we were able to get along just fine. Now all of a sudden it's all of this controversy. It's like, dude, let the teachers teach. And if you don't want somebody to read something, go to the publisher. Tell them to stop publishing the book.
Long before Ryan Walters came along, and I'm not shooting holes in his theory, but it seemed like the Edmond school system operated quite well without his intervention.
Yeah. One of the best in the country.
Yeah. All right, we got to say hi to some folks
and
too.
they're not going down with that crap either. I put it this way. I am very, very happy with the individuals who are running the school system here in Edmond. Oh, and you heard maybe you heard it, maybe you didn't.
What's that?
The president of the Oklahoma City Public Schools.
Oh, he resigned.
He resigned today. It was almost like, you know what? I've had enough of this crap.
That's enough.
I can't take anymore.
Why can some dude? Is this your job, Ryan Walters? I'm talking about. Is this your job to go to each particular school, or are you looking at the whole system overall to make it better? It seems like you're just nitpicking each school to say this. You can't have this. This book, take it out. It's like, dude, it's part of education.
It's what it's all about. We got to
Anyway,
say
I'm
hi
sorry,
to
man. Go ahead.
Laura Waters Sharp is checking us out today. Dylan Cruz, our buddy Dylan. We used to work with him in radio years ago. My friend Arjun, he's from Nepal. Hey, Arjun, how's it going?
Man, William Cummings, Oklahoma's own Houdini.
He was on with us last week on the show.
And I showed that. I showed that around. I don't know if you saw the bit that he put up.
Yeah,
and it was amazing, even when you see it on Facebook. But anyway, hey, my man, thank you so much. And who is W.D. Butcher?
And we got Sherry Bailey and Mike Gerard also watching today. Like you said, W.D. Bouchard, and Abby Ray Berry. Hey, Abby, how's it going? Good to have you with us, all you guys. We got a bunch of stuff to do, including one of the things we've always done to kind of kick things off after Too Tough Trivia is Asinine Trivia, where we ask Richard, our producer, director, engineer, 3 very easy questions.
Every week he shows so many signs of...
Well, you guys are...
It's one of those deals. We came up with this concept years ago when salespeople at the radio station would come to us and say, hey, Jack and Ron, I want you to give away this prize from the client that I represent, and this prize, really, we want to make it sound like you're giving away the moon. What is the prize? Well, it's a pencil with a real eraser. And what? And we're what? And basically they're giving you a 6-pack of diet soda, and they want you to make it sound like you're giving away a Cadillac. So the
one I hated was the paper coaster.
Yeah, the paper coaster. So our way of softly retaliating was to do a contest to make it so easy that anybody could win. That's where it came from. Because a lot of times these salespeople would come to us with all kinds of crazy-ass ideas. They'd come, okay, Jack and Ron, we got a remote broadcast coming up we'd like you to do. It's at a pet shop. Now, you'll be in a dog cage wearing a flea collar. Are you up for that? Oh, my God, I can't wait.
And then if we refused, then, of course, they would try to go higher up to kind of put pressure on us to do something. One I hated as well. All right, here's your prize. It's 15% off. Wait, why isn't it free? 15% off.
15% off a condom. Oh, wow. What a deal. All right. Hey, we got to also say hey to Carrie Brinson and Jacob Lux, who's checking us out today. Thank you guys for all checking out. Be sure to share this #1 video podcast with everybody you know. Everybody in your family, your friends, even enemies or your pet monkey. Let's go with asinine trivia. Here we go, Richard. 3 questions for you, and we'll see how you do. Number 1.
He's ready.
What is the first letter of the alphabet?
Oh.
A.
A is
All
right.
right. Wait, capital A or small A?
Let's go with small A.
All right, very good. Question number 2. How many eggs are in a dozen?
12.
Perfect.
All right.
12.
Now, follow up. What's a baker's dozen?
18.
No, 13. Sorry.
Damn it.
All right, that sort of, I don't know. They kind of.
I knew that too.
I don't know where it came from, but I always figured the baker's dozen being 13 was so the baker could try one. Like
That
if
sounds
13
good.
donuts, he could test it to make sure it was
I
proper.
knew that.
There you go. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
don't feel bad. Look at him, man. He's really. It looks
don't
like
get
he's
all
feeling
choked
bad,
up.
man. Come
we
on.
still got
goofy.
question 3. Name the 2 guys who have won more broadcast awards than any other broadcasters in the state of Oklahoma, including the recent 2023 Radio's Got Talent Award for the entire country, beating out hundreds of others, I might add, and who enjoy smashing maraschino cherries between their thighs while standing in a vat of warm marshmallow sauce while playing Who Let the Dogs Out on a kazoo, and who also performed the #1 video podcast in America. Who is it?
Jack and Ron.
Hey.
Got it. Good job, man. Good job.
Now,
overachievers.
we're squeezing what between our legs, standing in what?
Maraschino cherries,
And
standing in a vat of warm marshmallow sauce.
You know, that has to be the weirdest looking thing, us standing there squeezing the cherries and all of the.
It's a pretty sight, I promise. I got the video. We got to say hi to Nancy Lamborda, who's also watching here today, checking us out on Facebook. We appreciate that. Hey, here's something I wanted to mention real quick. I thought this was kind of interesting. You've heard of Little Caesars, pizza, the pizza place. They've come up with a new way to sell pizza, or at least a new concept. Little Caesars is going to start cutting their pizzas more like the burlap at Joann Fabrics, because they're selling pizza. They're testing this out, selling it by the yard. It'll be 3 feet long rather than being a circle or a square. A 3-foot long pizza.
Party pizza.
Selling pizzas by the yard. Well, it's sort of like when the first person came out and sold a foot-long sub, and then somebody came out and sold a 3-foot-long, whatever you want to call it, sub sandwich, so that you could have it at a party.
Yeah, then they have the real long ones where you just, it's kind of crazy. Now you brought that up. I don't know if you were going to bring this up or not, but KFC.
Oh, I've seen KFC's piece of work.
Oh yeah,
I've seen it.
They're rolling out Cheesa.
Hello?
Cheesa. Well,
What happened? Our audio. There we go.
Yeah, Cheesa. It's a pizza made out of chicken.
See, they got a piece of chicken like a chicken tender, and they have melted cheese and pepperoni on top. And I looked at it and I thought,
It's too much.
yeah, way too much. You're just putting me in the hospital.
Yeah, it's you wonder sometimes, a lot of these fast food joints or semi-fast food joints, who's sitting back in that back office coming up, I got it now.
Who's back?
We're a
there
chicken
getting high
place.
thinking
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
this?
we're a chicken place, but we're gonna make Cheesa.
Chicken pizza.
Chicken pizza. Well, all right then. That's I get the idea that we're the experiment. They try it out on us, and if it works, fine. If not, then we can go ahead and throw up, and they'll stop selling it.
And I'll be honest, I think I think Little Caesar's idea of selling pizza by the yard is a pretty cool concept for parties. You can buy a 3-foot long pizza, or buy 2 or 3 if you have a big group of people coming over. There you go. Slice it however you like.
Yeah, you'd like to know the price of that too.
Pizza by the yard. You know, I
Yeah.
don't think they gave a
Oh, they're not going to do that.
mention of the price.
They're not going to put the price down.
Let me
there.
look. Let me look at my story here. They say it's one of the versions is a full yard of Detroit-style deep dish type pizza, 8 slices of 3 meat treat, and 8 slices of pepperoni. The slices will be end to end to stretch out to 1 yard, which is equal to 3 feet, 36 inches. They're only available in certain locations in Virginia and North Carolina. But if it's a hit, it'll go nationwide, and we'll get it here.
Now, we don't know the price, but that's the job of the individual when they go in. You're in there, they're to sell you, to upsell you,
Yeah.
and get you to drive, get that yard long, or as we call it, the Martha Stewart special.
Got to say hi to Susie Woodring, who's also watching today. Thanks, Susie. Be sure to let everybody you know you're watching and share it with them all. Because also out
How
there.
can I do that, Jack?
Oh, they just go ahead and click share on their Facebook. Yeah. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm supposed to. I forgot. Did Ron do his sharing?
Of course not.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey.
There we go.
There we go. I think I just shared. Oh, I shared, and you can share too. It's so simple. So go ahead and share this #1 video podcast with everybody you know. Glad to have you watching. Chris Johnson. He said the cheese is literally chicken parm with pepperonis. Probably right. And Sandy Griffith Mute. Is it? Hut. My eyes couldn't read. The light is a little dim on that thing. Sandy Griffin Hutto, I guess is the name. Watching today. Thanks so much. All right.
I hope that's her name.
I do too.
Butchered it up.
I butchered it up like you wouldn't believe. Okay. Well, sorry there. I'll just call her Sandy. How's
There
that?
you go.
We got some audio for you too. Here's another. Boy, people are always coming up with different conspiracy theories. Here's one for you. Somebody came up with this one. They say the refrigerators at Walgreens are scanning us to see if we've been vaccinated. And soon they'll only open for people who are. In other words, the refrigerator at Walgreens, they have pop, soda, frozen foods.
So if you
things like
haven't
that.
been vaccinated, what are they going to do? Ask you to leave?
It just says they won't open the refrigerator.
Oh, they
lock.
won't.
Yeah.
Well,
It said it's all based on, of course,
Why?
nothing. This theory and this conspiracy is based on absolutely nothing.
I agree.
But that didn't stop this one guy from going public with his theory. He says Walgreens refrigerators will not open if you haven't been vaccinated. They are scanning us somehow and can detect whether or not we've been vaccinated. This guy is way off his, off his rocker. This guy is definitely loony.
You want me to play the audio?
Well, yeah, let's play the audio and listen to what they have to say. Check it out.
Red scanning sensors right here for your forehead, right? If you don't have the mark later on, you won't be able to buy or sell unless you scan your hand on this. And this is all just the beginning. Certificate of vaccine ID. COVID. You won't be able to buy or sell unless you can prove that you're fully vaccinated. They're going to collapse the economies and then bring in digital currency. The stage is set.
Wow.
Oh my God, they're going to collapse the economy, bring in digital economy, all because you haven't been vaccinated. You've got the mark? Yeah. Yeah, the refrigerators at Walgreens are scanning you right now.
I would not be surprised. I would be afraid, but I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in time we all have to have a mark.
You already got the marks. You got cell phones.
No, I mean on your body to show, when the vaccination police come by and want to see if you've been inoculated or not, you better have the mark.
Hey, here's the other thing, too, that they said. This is a little sidebar to all of
So
this.
glad you're laughing.
They say the real deal is Walgreens did add some scanners to the refrigerators, but here's what they do. They track what we buy and get us to spend more. Actually, I think what it is they track what you buy so they know when to reload. If the inventory is gone, it's sort of like when you go to a hotel, they got a mini fridge and it's on that so-called honor system. If you take something out of it, it automatically registers that you took it out, even if you put it right back down. And that means you paid for it, or you will pay for it when you go to pay your bill.
Walmart, Walgreens. Wait.
Yeah,
It's Walgreens, yeah.
Walgreens. They have enough employees to just walk by there to say, bring 3 more milks or 3 more orange juices or something like that.
Yeah, but it's so cool to go high tech.
I had to walk by one of Walgreens to get some ice cream, man. That whole refrigerator was darn near empty.
See? Darn near empty.
I thought
There
Jack
you
and
go.
Ron came in there and made a bathtub.
All right.
out of
Yeah.
it.
Well, see, then that's on the manager. If you are letting your inventory shrink to almost nothing when you can go ahead and restock, then doggone it, that manager needs to be replaced.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah,
That's what needs to be done.
I think we're just relying.
If you don't have
on this computer stuff and the AI stuff just a little too much.
If you don't have high quality employees, you can't have a high quality business. Keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. All right.
No, that's true.
It's so true.
I could point to a couple of places and see how they've gone down. See,
I could point to a place, one particular restaurant I've been to about 6 times, and every time the service, believe me, it's not Othello's, because Othello's is great, and all the restaurants we usually mention are great. There's another one I've been to that's not part of what we share and talk about. Their service is the worst in the world. And if you want to know, I'll go ahead and share it with you privately.
Share it.
yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Hey, it's a
share it
podcast. What are they going to do? Come
Is
up
it
here
Oklahoma?
and shake you?
Yeah,
too?
it's in Oklahoma. It's right down Memorial Road. It's called Cheddar's. You been in
Oh,
there?
yeah. That's
And you know what?
the
The thing that kills me is they
Yeah,
got
good drinks.
they got a grilled whitefish there that's really good. But my God, the service.
Poor.
Holy crap. It's
you
just
go.
horrible.
Cheddar, step your game up.
Yeah,
And if you look them up, if you think I'm full of crap, Google them. Look at their reviews online. And, I'm just like, okay, I guess maybe I'm done with them, because service has always been horrible in that place. What I liked is when you walk in and you say, hey, can I just get a booth in the bar for 2? Well, it's going to be 10 or 15 minutes. Well, there's 8 open booths in the bar. Why is it going to be 10 or 15? Well, I just go sit at the bar top. Then they come running after you. Oh, if you want a booth, we can give you a booth right now. I'm like, what? Huh? What in the hell is going on here? You talk about unorganized. Anyway, that was my
sometimes
experience.
when you're getting ready to go into a restaurant, I in my mind's eye, I see you rolling up your sleeves.
Ready to go to work.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see what's up with this place.
All right. Hey, we got to take a break. We're going to come back. We've got so much more to share. News of the I'll be damned, sleazy, trashy, showbiz report, email.
And I'll tell you this email, we were talking about modern technology. This email concerns that.
Ooh.
And it may concern you and you.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Well, we're going to find out all about it when we come back. We'll take a quick break. Be right back, right here. #1 video podcast in America, Jack and Ron.
Hey, Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is cloud-based. It's all on the cloud nowadays.
That's funny. But you guys have the wings?
Winger, Jack, winger. Winger. Hey, they had a couple of big hits back in the 80s, remember? Winger, big hair.
Great wings don't just fall from the sky. They come from Louie's, where we're preparing food fresh daily. Come try one of our great new sandwiches. Or wings with any of 7 delicious sauces. Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
We've got this down to a science. Over. Yeah, we're just not up here winging.
Hey, Al, I thought we were meeting at Othello's.
Hey, Jack, I am at Othello's.
Well, I'm looking around and I don't see you. Well, wait, are you at Othello's in Edmond?
No, I'm at Othello's in Campus Corner in Norman.
Oh, great. Well, fortunately, both Othello's have great Italian food.
They sure do, and I'm having the baked ziti.
Ooh, I'm having chicken marsala.
Let's continue with the meeting.
Yeah, sure thing, over the phone, but I need one thing.
What's that?
Your credit card number, because you're buying. Othello's Italian Restaurant on Campus Corner in Norman and in downtown Edmond.
You bought it online, and now you need to haul that big couch. Flash hauler it. Bought a washer or dryer and need to transport it from the seller's location to yours? Flash hauler it. Have office furniture to move across town? Flash hauler it. Car breakdown and you need a tow? Flash hauler. Time you need furniture or appliances moved or need a tow? Flash hauler it. Haul it, tow it, deliver it with Flash Hauler. Download the Flash Hauler app free. Do it now. Flash Hauler.
Hey, let's talk about Flash Hauler for just a moment. The game changer in the moving industry. We've always talked about how Flash Hauler, similar to what's that company that moves stuff all the time?
U-Haul?
No, what's the other one? That Uber moves people.
There you go.
Flash hauler moves merchandise. If you just want to move a chair or ottoman, maybe a sofa, refrigerator, they do that for you. But they're also now connected to every senior living center in Oklahoma.
Doesn't matter where it is or what it is. If it's in Oklahoma, they've got it.
And they will connect you and whoever it is in your family. Maybe it's you. You want to downsize. You're at that point in your life where you want to move into a senior center, or you got an aunt, uncle, or grandparent who does. They'll hook you up. They'll take care of everything from moving all the furniture and whatever to the new location, or helping sell off the stuff you've got that might be too much for a new senior center. Whatever it is, they can do it all.
And this is the part that I really like. No more packing and unpacking.
Yeah.
Because they know exactly where you're going. They have the schematics for the whole place, and they can go and put what you want in the room or location where you want it. And what do you have to do? You don't have to unpack it. They'll unpack it. They packed it, didn't it? They can unpack it. It's
Plus,
just that simple.
Just a little side note for you with regards to moving your senior member of your family into one of these units. They have the actual floor plans of every senior center in the entire state of Oklahoma. So if you want to look at a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, and maybe you want to move to Ada. God knows why, but you might want to move to Ada.
Good God, man. You're stretching it, aren't you?
They have a senior center. They have the actual layout and the floor plans for the senior center rooms in Ada. Anyway, they do a great job. And the way you can find out more is to go to Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com. Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com. Now then, I want to also mention the fact that Andy B's is a big sponsor of this show.
Ooh.
If you haven't been to Andy B's, and like Ron said at the outset of the show, it looks like everybody in America has been there in the last couple of weeks.
What is your problem? Why haven't you been there? You jump up to see the newest things that are in the city. Well, I'm going to tell you, this is new, and it is fantastic. Not only do you have a party room for birthday parties, class reunions, whatever the case may be, but they have this extra long bar. So while the kids are, I don't know, in the arcade or playing a little duck bowl or whatever, you can sit there and kind of ease up, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, the axe throwing.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried that.
That's so fun.
That is a lot of fun.
What's cool about it, too, is you don't have to keep score. It automatically keeps score for you.
And they have different types of games you can play with this axe throwing. And, of course, the huge, super huge televisions they have in front of each bowling lane. And, my goodness gracious, what about that, that Mustang?
The pool table.
That's really a pool table.
A Mustang automobile has been chopped, turned into a pool table. It's cool as all get out.
And, of course, you get hungry, they'll feed you one of the top snack bars around. I call it a restaurant because you can get some wings, you can get some pizza.
Hamburger.
Yeah, all of that. You can that you can get. That and a whole lot more, and even darts, man.
They got it all.
And, of course, don't forget, if you're with that arcade and the kids are playing and they get their tickets, they have a big old redemption room where the kids can walk out with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, the Redemption Center has top flight stuff. It's not just a pencil eraser or a feather on a headband or something.
Yeah, I knew it was big time when I saw I don't know, one parent arguing with his kid. No, that's mine. Mm-hmm. No, Dad, I want it. It's too much for you. Give me that.
All right. So check out Andy B's. It's on Penn, just south of Northwest 122nd Street.
Yep.
Look for the giant 2-story letter B. Place is huge, and the place is phenomenal. You will love when you get over there. All right, we got a bunch of people to say hi to before we get to the email. We've got, Lucy Phillips Walker is checking us out, along with Rick Allen Lippert. Rick has been a friend for a long time. He says, when does the funny begin? One of these days, Rick. And let's see here. Danny Hobson is checking us out. Marianne Miller. Danny says, hey, you guys are great. Love watching y'all. One of these days, come up to my store.
Hey.
Dan's Pizza at Waterloo and Broadway.
All right, we
That
come
sounds
up.
good.
Yeah.
And then J.C. Cox is also watching, but we'll come up there sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe the three of us, Ron, myself, Richard,
I think
we'll go
that
up there
would
one
be
day.
great. I think that would be great.
Are you open for lunch? I hope so.
Are we paying for this, or are you showing your
I think they
favor?
are open. Google says they're open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
We can go up there, yeah.
121 East Waterloo Road.
All right. Italian sausage or pepperoni, either one works for me. All right, we've got to get to the email because we get a lot of email from a bunch of people who seem to be Well, unfortunately, in some sort of crisis. So they come to the expert. Do they go to Dr. Phil? Hell no. They come to the experts, Jack and Ron.
Oh, by the way, did you, I don't know if you were watching The View this morning.
I missed it.
Dr. Phil's getting his own.
Star on the Walk of Fame?
No, he's getting his own channel.
Oh, my God.
He's getting his own channel. I don't know if Oprah is going to back him on this or not, but he's getting his own channel. And he's talking about, I was just saying, why? The world is crazy enough already.
I think you'd have to have Oprah with her financial backing to be able to support something like that to help him out. Oh. And, she was the one who gave him his start anyway.
Yeah. And he was in it. We'll tell you about him being in our studio one day. Dear Jack and Ron, my wife has a camera fetish. She's a freak. I didn't mind cameras watching the entries, but now she has them in every room, all over the house.
Wow.
You can see in every room. No privacy. She can watch by phone. I'm fed up. Give me some help, guys.
That's aggressive.
Well,
yeah,
I tell you what.
Aggressive. It's nice to have it at the entryway or the back of the house, so if there's some sort of stranger on your property. But now you got your eye on everybody in the house.
Do you have one in the bathroom?
You know she does.
Okay, if that's the case, then bust her on that a number of times.
Bust her like how?
Yeah.
Or tell her, hey, you want access to the phone, that phone. You want access to the tech, so that when her hot sister comes over and has to use the restroom,
Yeah. Now you can try to, compromise, but I think that's a little too much. You go to the bathroom and good God, if company knows,
that's just weird.
Yeah, and you got one in the bedroom. Why do you want to have one in the bedroom? That's where you are. What are you doing? Watching yourself?
Uh-oh.
You're a freak.
That's kinky.
So I don't know. That's what I would suggest. Do the bathroom angle first and try to embarrass her. And if not, you need to sit down and reach a compromise. If not, get her some help. That's not right.
That just doesn't seem right to me.
No, that's not right.
Not to have a camera in every single room.
Yeah, what you got the closet covered too? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. So
totally insane.
Yeah, if I were you, I'd ditch her right now, man, before it runs into a bunch of medical bills and things of that nature where she has to go sit and explain what's going on in her head.
Dylan has a good answer. Dylan Cruz said put black electrical tape on the lens of all of those cameras. Well, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, now you can do that. Of course, she can take the tape off. Or that starts a big argument. That's what I'm saying. At this point, if you can't reach a compromise, then kick it to the curb. You don't need that. You don't need that heartache.
All right.
Man.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the movies.
Divorce?
Is it time for Roy already? It is. Roy, the movie guy, is with us. He's got kind of an overview of what to look out for and what to go watch at the movies. Let's check in with Roy, the movie guy.
Thank you, guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Now let's talk some box office numbers and what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Coming in at number 5 was Migration with $3 million, Madam Web with $6 million, Ordinary Angels with $6.5, Demon Slayer to the Hashira Training with $11.6 million, and number 1 was Bob Marley, One Love with $13.5 million at the box office. Now let's talk about what's opening up this weekend. We have one title, Dune Part 2, starring Timothée Chalamet, Austin Butler, Zendaya, Florence Pugh, Rebecca Ferguson, and Christopher Walken. Paul Atreides unites with Shani and the Fremen while seeking revenge against the conspirators who destroyed his family. Facing a choice between the love of his life and the fate of the universe, he must prevent a terrible future only he can foresee. Rated PG-13 with a runtime of 2 hours and 46 minutes long. And that's a look at what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Back to you guys in the studio.
Dave Bautista is also in Dune too. I can't wait to see that. I was real pumped up when I watched part 1, and then it was like, okay. Now, part 2 will be out in about a month or two, and it's the same way with that. It's the one that's on Netflix about the hidden moon or evil moon or something like that. That part 2 is coming out. I don't know who came up with that, but they need to stop. And here's the deal. You can wait for it to stream, but when they release part 2, you have to go to the movie theater to see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
by the way, they mentioned Christopher Walken being in that one. Christopher Walken was in that commercial. Was it for BMW or Tesla during the Super Bowl? He's getting a little aged, isn't he?
yeah, long in the tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
Well, but people still like him. He's still a scary looking
He's a
somebody.
scary dude.
Yeah.
All right, we got more audio for you, and this time another. Oh, by the way, before we get to it, I want to also acknowledge the fact that Jason is online watching too. So be sure to share this video, this #1 video podcast, with all your friends and relatives.
I like what William Cummings said. When Ron said camera fetish, I thought it was going in a whole different direction.
Yeah.
Well,
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, you don't know. It could be there too. You never know.
And Sonny Beam has joined us too online. Hey, Sonny, thanks for joining us. Here we go with another classic Jack and Ron episode of Leave It to Beaver. Of course, in our episodes, Beaver's teacher, Miss Landers, was always up to her typical ways, trying to steal Beaver's dad away from Beaver's mom.
What a cougar.
Ward Cleaver, always, the target of her affection, trying to steal him away from Beaver's mom, June Cleaver. And in this particular episode, Miss Landers was dealing with some storm damage to her property. Now, in this one, I get a little tongue-tied too, and I lose my place in the script. But anyway, let's check it out. Miss Landers looking for help with her storm damage.
Gee, Dad, I feel kind of creepy.
Well, my goodness gracious, Beav, why is that?
My teacher, Miss Landers, says her house got lots of damage in the tornado the other day, and she says I'm supposed to tell you to go to her house tonight to help her with the cleanup. Miss Landers says you should bring 2 bottles of Pinot Grigio, whatever that is, and she said she'll have a Chateaubriand prepared for your dinner. Wow, Dad, that sounds kind of exotic. And when I told that to Miss Landers, she said something like, not as exotic as the skimpy, tight little number I'll be wearing when Ward shows up at my place. Whatever that means. Anyway, Miss Landers told me I should take Mom to the movies so you can help Miss Landers get her house fixed. Miss Landers said her bedroom really was hit hard. And then she said something like, but not as hard as I'm going to hit it once Ward gets in that bedroom. Maybe we just stay home and watch one of those movies Fred Rutherford has given Mom. She keeps them hidden under her underwear drawer, and every time I watch one of them, Brother Wally says, ew, that's gross. Dad, I get kind of creepy hanging out with Brother Wally. When his underwear is hanging out, he likes to wear a pair of you know. Brother Wally likes wearing Mom's underwear better than his own. I don't get it. Anyway, Dad, I gotta go. My best friend Lumpy and Whitey want me to go eat sushi with him.
Lumpy and Whitey, boy.
Gee, Dad, whatever happened to doing cool stuff like having a cheeseburger and fries? Sushi sounds so girly-like. Can I just blow off Lumpy and Whitey and go to Sonic or Earl's or something? Maybe.
You bet, Pete.
I want some real food, Dad. Brother Wally eats sushi all the time, but he also wears pantyhose. Holy cow, Dad.
Yeah. Beav, how long have you been in this situation? You know, you've been in a state of confusion for years.
Gee, Dad, I think we ought to move.
Ought to move. There you go. There, leave it to Beaver.
Miss Landers was a fine somebody, though. She was.
She was always involved in all kinds of great stuff, you know?
I tell you what, these days she'd be in court.
More than likely. Boy, would she ever. Got to say hi to Elton Coyle. Elton's watching today on the #1 video podcast in America. Hey, Elton, you and the rest of the guys out there, hey, how about sharing this podcast with your friends, relatives, and anybody else that you can think of who might be interested in seeing this? Meanwhile, we got to get to the news of the I'll Be Damned.
Please.
All right. News of the I'll Be Damned today deals with a guy who's 60 years old. His name is Mitchell. And Mitchell was wearing a kilt, and he went to a couple of antique stores in Houston wearing a kilt, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know what a kilt is? It's like a skirt kind of deal, but it's like Scottish or whatever it is. And then the guy plays the bagpipe. But this guy had a kilt on. And he wasn't carrying a bagpipe, and he wasn't wearing any underpants. It was nothing on underneath the kilt. And he walks into the antique store and begins taking things off the shelf, like a makeup brush and some kind of bottle opener, and inserting them into his fanny, into his no-go hole. So he inserts them there, and then he puts them back on the shelf, I guess for people to buy in order to be like the butt of his joke, pardon the pun. But he's going into the store, 2 different antique stores. taking things off the shelf. He's wearing a kilt, no underwear, and shoves these things up his behind. And then takes them out and puts them back on the shelf. However, there were video cameras that caught all of it on video, and he's been charged with criminal mischief, and they say it's going to be hard for him to deny it because the security footage is very clear, and it's very obvious that he is inserting these individual pieces of gear from the antique store in his fanny. And there's your news of the I'll be damned.
His back of the lap.
Yes, sir. his no-go hole, as they say. Yeah.
Geez.
So that's your news of the I'll be damned for the day.
Well,
his name is Mitchell, by the way. If you run into a guy named Mitchell wearing a kilt, be very, very careful.
I'll tell you something else that's going on. That it may be a little relief for individuals. Remember last week when AT&T had the big outage?
I did.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I'm not on AT&T, but I remember all the people who did have that problem.
Well, they are going to make it worth your while. Are you ready?
Yeah.
They're offering $5 back to those that were hit or affected by the outage last week.
Well, that's pretty cool. At least $5. I mean, it's not a major amount of money, but $5, over
the whole country.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. So if you were affected, check with your nearest dealer to find out how you can get your $5.
Yeah. I often wish Cox Cable would go ahead and do that because, man, mine's been out so much this past week. In fact, I got another notification today. We're working on it. You got an outage in your area. I had it yesterday, day before. Every day, almost every day for a full week, I've had outages. And Cox identifies it. I get a text message. But they never say, oh, in lieu of you having to pay your full bill this month, we'll cut it in half. Oh, we'll give you $10 off. They never do that.
Now, if you call them for something being wrong with the equipment you have, if they come out and they find something wrong, they'll fix it, no charge. But if they can't find it or they can't fix it, well, I don't say they can't fix it part, but if they can't find it, that's $75.
If they come out, yeah.
Yeah, if they come, and it's like, give me a break.
The fortunate part of this, I guess, is technology's gotten to the point where they will send a notification. They'll say, something's wrong on our end, meaning their end. So it's not me, it's they who have the problem. So, but they're working on it. They're always working on it and working to make it better. And I appreciate that. But on the other hand, you're still billed the full amount for the entire month, despite the fact that you may be without service for, I don't know, if you add it up over the month's time.
And what are you going to record? You can't record anything.
Can't do anything.
No, you just
you could be maybe you're out of service for an entire.
I don't understand it, man.
What 10 hours over the month's time? Maybe.
Yeah.
We got to say hi to Kimberly Enlow. Kimberly Enlow is checking us out today, too. A lot of good people out there checking out the #1 video podcast in America with Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dam Williams. Thank you. Time to get to your sleazy, trashy showbiz report.
Well, what's happening right now? Well, of course, it's Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Oh.
It was hit it and quit it. Well, I take that back. I don't know if that's what happened.
Hit it and quit it.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's a football. I think that's a football move too. For the linebacker, hit it and
quit it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk when the show's over.
Okay.
He said hi and bye to Taylor Swift, staying 2 days with her doing her Eras tour down there in Australia. And then he left for a boys' party in Vegas.
Now, this guy's living large.
Yeah, so I don't know if at first I was thinking this could be the first crack in their relationship. However,
yes,
Taylor has reportedly banned Travis. See, that's going to be that's the crack.
Oh, she's starting to make rules.
Banned Travis from going to strip clubs in Vegas. But gave him $500,000 to upgrade his wardrobe if he's going to be hanging with her.
Wow.
Man.
So these are the two little things, a little small, but I see them getting a little bigger because Travis is going to be his colleagues and teammates and stuff. They're going to be giving him a hassle.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, what do you mean you can't come to the strip club with us?
I don't know, 500,000.
I mean, if you have, you know what? If somebody offered me $500,000 to not go to a strip club and get
I'm not going.
I'll get a new wardrobe. Here's $500,000. I'm going to Target and I'm going to spend about $300, and I'm going to be hey, I got some new stuff. What keep the rest of the money.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Unless she asks for a receipt.
Oh, that's true. We got to say hi to Jimmy Like and Mark Rubin, who have also joined us on the number one video podcast in America. We appreciate it. Okay.
Dolly Parton has congratulated Beyonce for having the number one country record on Billboard. It's called Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
And congratulations to the one station, I think, in the nation that refused to play Beyonce's new country song. And that station is right here in Oklahoma City.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and it's like,
are they not playing it?
I don't know if they're playing it now or not, but
do you
they were one
know
of the
what
first
station it is? I don't, because I don't follow the.
I think it's KY or KT, one of the two.
Because there's
something.
There's a KXY. That's a country station.
Yeah, that's not it.
And there's a Hank FM. That's a country station.
Yeah.
Then there's a Twister. That's a country station.
I don't know if this is a major.
God, we got a lot of country stations, don't we?
No kidding. But they were one of the first ones to come out and say, hey, we're a country station. We're not going to play it. Okay. Every other country station in America is playing it now except you. Come on, man.
Oh, wow.
All right. Hey, Wendy Williams says she needs some space right now. This girl has gone crazy. She has the same type of dementia and illness that Bruce Willis has. PETA is mad at Bad Bunny for riding a horse onto the stage. He's not hurt.
PETA. You mean the
PETA.
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 Yeah. I thought she said like Peter. I was like,
no.
Who's Peter?
PETA.
PETA. The animal rights organization.
And it's like, he rode a horse onto the stage. What? How did that hurt the horse? And finally, John Cena's agents did not want him to be in the Barbie movie.
Oh?
They thought it was beneath him. Barbie, which is being nominated and winning awards all over the place.
Right.
John Cena, get you some new agents. They don't know what's going on. That's your Hollywood update, baby.
All right, we've got information here regarding that country station that wouldn't play the song. Somebody says here there's a country station in Lawton that is not playing Beyonce's country hit. And William says that it was 100.1 FM KYKC.
That sounds about right.
Is that in the city here? 100.1? No, I don't think that must be in another market.
Yeah,
that would be like Ada, Ardmore, maybe. I don't. KYKC.
Yeah, but why do that, man?
I don't know.
I know there were some songs when we were on.
Why?
Yeah, well, yeah, I know why.
You know why.
But there were some songs that we wanted to play when we were on the air, and I think it was 15 seconds that we got into an argument with Bruno Mars.
I remember that.
And
you didn't get into an argument with Bruno Mars. You got into an argument with programming.
Yeah.
Over why we couldn't play the 15-second. The version we played was 15 seconds shorter than the original version, and for some reason
that everybody else was playing.
Yeah.
And it was a hip close to the song, and it's 15 seconds. What's the problem? I could not. I did not. Could not, and still don't. I still sort of understand why, because of the things that were going on at that particular time. But that's just an example. That guy's an idiot for not playing the song.
We've got Muriel. Let's see. It's Muriel Al-Zubi who's watching today too. Hey, Muriel, thanks for being a part of the Jack and Ron live video podcast.
Right.
Oh, and we've got more live video for you. Well, it's not live, but it's live to us because we're doing it for you right now.
By the way, one thing Dylan Cruz says is KICM.
Oh, KICM. Is that the one in Lawton?
I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, and Ardmore has KKAJ and KICK. All these stations not playing it. I heard there was one in Ardmore.
I think they're looking for these stations.
Yeah, and then they came back and said, oh, wait a minute, it's a pretty good song. It is the number one country song in the country. I guess we'll play it. Okay.
Is that the only songs you play down there? It's got to be number one. That's the only way you play it? Give me a break.
Well, there you go. Here's some audio for you. It's kind of interesting. A Kentucky bus driver is getting major praise for buying a student some pajamas. Student needed a pair of pajamas because it was pajama day at the school. 6-year-old Levi Carrier, 6-year-old kid, didn't have pajamas. Didn't have any to wear to school to participate in pajama day. So bus driver Larry Farish took time out of his day and he bought little Levi some pajamas. He brought them to him at the school. Here's Larry and Levi talking about it.
I asked him, I was like, what's going on? What happened? And he simply looked up and said, I don't have pajamas. And I said, well, this morning you were crying. And I felt it. So I want your day to be a little bit better. And I asked him, I said, would you try the pajamas on when you get to class and have a great day? A lot of times we're the first person after their parents leave that they see, and we're the last person they see before they go home. So we can make a big difference in a child's life just by saying good morning.
That he's kind and that his heart is filled with joy.
He's kind. His heart is filled with joy, and he got the 6-year-old kid some pajamas so he could participate in pajama day at school.
Yeah, I wonder what he used for pajamas.
Yeah, what does he normally just sleep in his drawers?
T-shirt and like you said, maybe some underwear, and that's it.
Yeah, possibly.
Should have come to school like that.
There you go.
I'm in my pajamas, baby.
Oh, Muriel says, hey, what's up? It's your favorite former producer, Macy. Remember her real name was Muriel, but she went by Macy on the air. She got married? I didn't know her name was Alzubi. Did you?
No.
Well, how about that?
Did you get married, Macy? Did you?
Macy, Muriel, whatever.
We were making bet that you'd never get married.
We thought you were too high maintenance. Anyway, hello to Dean Couch, who's also checking us out, and my loving wife Cindy is watching us too. Oh, we've got to get to the
dumbass joke of the day.
That one really ringed our ears on that one. It woke us up.
Sorry about that.
No,
Didn't mean to hurt you again.
Perked you up.
All right, here we go. Here's the deal. We have 3 very cheesy jokes, extremely cheesy jokes, and we call upon Ron to pick one of those cheesy jokes. So once again, Ron gets to pick his cheese. 3 jokes today. The drunk lady. Number 2, the doctor's office. Number 3, the newlyweds. Okay, the drunk lady, the doctor's office, the newlyweds. What's it going to be?
Do newlyweds, because that one lady, y'all's ex-former producer.
No, what are they again now?
Okay,
she got married.
The drunk lady.
Well, she just got married.
The doctor's office. And the newlyweds. Who just got married? Muriel?
Yeah, Muriel just got married.
We got married in October, she said.
Let's go with the drunk lady.
You want to go with the drunk lady?
Or the drunk husband.
Well,
Macy, we're kidding, baby. We're just having some fun.
She got married in October, and she's expecting a baby in August.
Whoa.
That honeymoon.
What, you got married and had sex?
Holy cow.
Jeez.
You did it all.
Oh,
girl.
Man.
We also have Aurelio Guerrero watching today. Did I get the name right? Looks like it, doesn't it? All right, here's your dumbass joke. Man and his wife are at a restaurant. The husband keeps staring at an old drunken lady. She's just pouring down the gin. She's just swigging it. And the wife says, you keep looking at her. Do you know her? He goes, yeah, she's my ex-wife. She took to drinking right after we divorced 7 years ago, and I hear she hasn't been sober since. And his wife goes, my God, who would think a person could go on celebrating that long? Hey, not bad.
not bad at all.
Not too shabby.
All right. You want one more? Okay, why not? Guy.
2 more.
Oh, okay, I'll give you 2 more. A guy goes to the doctor and he says, Doc, my rear end, my bottom hurts. The doctor says, where specifically does it hurt? The guy says, right around the entrance. And the doctor says, yeah, well, that's the problem, because that's an exit. As long as you think it's an entrance, it will continue to hurt.
Ooh.
Hey.
That was good.
Yeah, okay. Who wants another one? Raise your hand.
Me.
Okay, yeah, okay. Guy named Tim. There's a guy named Tim. He decides to tie the knot with his longtime girlfriend. One evening after the honeymoon, he's organizing his golf equipment. His wife was standing nearby, and she says, Tim, I've been thinking, now that we're married, maybe it's time for you to quit golfing. You spend so much time on the golf course, you could probably get a good price for your clubs. Why not sell them? Tim gets a horrified look on his face, and his wife says, what's wrong? He says, for a minute, I thought you were beginning to sound like my ex-wife. She says, ex-wife, I didn't know you were married before. And he says, I wasn't.
Oh.
Hey, how about it now, huh?
Not too shabby.
All right, we got to say hi to Monty Phillips, who's also checking us out today.
I'm happy with guys standing up for themselves instead of rolling over like a, I don't know,
baked potato?
Yeah, something like that.
No
Way
time.
to go, guys. Stand up for yourself.
All right.
It's worth that argument you'll have later on that night.
I got to hit you with some Tribond. You know, we do this each week. We give you 3 words. You got to come up with 1 word that works with the 3. The answer's got to match mine. Last week, I think we got it pretty quick. This was last week's Tribond, and we gave you 7 days to think about it. But the 3 words were time, happy, ticket.
Why don't you give it to me one more time?
All right.
Time.
Yeah, tell me one more time.
All right. time happy ticket? I think Richard got it last week.
I want to say time happy
ticket.
Check.
Who?
Check.
Nope.
Maybe it wasn't it.
Want me to give it to you?
Hold on one
Throw
second.
up the white flag. What are you doing?
I'll take mine out.
Time happy
ticket.
Yeah, I can't think of a thing right now. I'm still laughing about Macy being pregnant. Go ahead.
Macy, Muriel Macy.
She was a skater too.
She was an ice skater, figure skater.
Yeah. She skated right into his heart.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Okay, so here we go. Tribond again, the 3 words time, happy ticket from last week.
Yeah.
The word meal. Meal time, happy meal, meal ticket. There you go. We got one for you again today. And we'll give you another 7 days to think about it. All right? Your 3 words today: cocoa, burrito, coffee. Oh, this one is easy. A 3-legged dog with an eye patch and no tail could get this one, I promise.
That is easy.
The cocoa, burrito, coffee. Got it?
Yeah, stupid easy.
What is it?
Bean.
Bean is right. You got it. All right.
All right. So you
Sorry, everybody.
coming up with something next week?
I wasn't going to tell y'all, but Jack kind of forced me to.
I'll have something new for you next week. Maybe something a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we're still checking. By the way, folks, you can go ahead and communicate with us by commenting on whatever we're doing or saying at the particular time. Macy says her husband is a skater as well.
Wow. Okay, Macy or Muriel. Yeah. Now that your husband is a skater too, do you guys skate in pairs? You know, because they have the singles skating, figure skating, and pairs. So will we see you very soon on NBC on that skate? Well, it'd be pretty hard to 8 months into your pregnancy be figure
I
skating.
think that would be unique for her to be out there pregnant and skating.
And doing whatever those spins are and everything.
Yeah. An axle and a triple axle.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. If she could do it, because she could skate.
Oh, yeah, she could skate. There was no doubt about it. She tried to skate out of all kinds of work we'd assign her when she worked with us. It was very common. But, she said they don't. I'm looking at the text. She says they don't skate together, but we do coach each other. I bet that goes well.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. You start coaching each other.
Yeah,
coaching
that's
together.
what she says. That's like when.
That's
like when
coaching together. I see arguments right there.
Because I was going to say that's like when some guy's wife decides to coach him on how to drive. So yeah, that generally doesn't go over very well. But her husband's a skater, and her new last name is Al Zubi.
Yeah. Well, when you get an opportunity, let us know how you met this guy.
Yeah.
And what you were giving him to drink.
Yeah, because you remember years ago when we were together at the station, we had Louis, the overnight intern, who had allegedly dated you, for a very short period of time and then got rid of you because he said you were boring. But that was Louis, the overnight intern. He said you didn't like to do fun things. So I don't know. Yeah, we're just saying. Anyhow, we got to wrap this deal up with Too Tough Trivia. We gave you the question at the top of the show.
It's Black History Month, baby. So you've gotten your clue already.
Okay.
Well, that was the clue. Who was the first person to die at the beginning of the American Revolution? There was that Boston Massacre. Who was he? The guy that laid down his life first for this country. And isn't it amazing how being black, he was able to do that, and now
be the first one to die.
And you see what's happening in the country right now. Folks, is that right? Is that right?
Well, anyway,
right. Okay.
The answer I have is I don't have one.
He was 47 years old. Young guy.
47. God, and he died.
As a leader. He was a leader of the rebellion.
Man, Richard, you're a black dude. Do you have that in your history annals? Because I'm a white dude, and I even took black history in college. I don't have the answer.
I faintly do remember, but I can't think of how to pronounce his name.
Well, how do you pronounce it in your head?
Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi.
You asked.
You know what? In a way, I could see you saying.
You could?
I can see that. It was Crispus Attucks.
There you go.
Who?
That's it.
Crispus Attucks.
Crispus Attucks.
Crispus Attucks, the very first person to die in the American Revolution.
And I feel bad that I didn't know that.
It's okay. The more you know.
Yeah, the more you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yes.
During Black History Month, I should have known that. Wow, by the
next year you'll be ready.
Yeah, next year I definitely will be ready. And so next week, next Monday, when we come back and do this podcast again, the #1 video podcast in America, we will have already stepped into the month of March, correct?
Yes, already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's flying.
What's March, in like a lion, out like a lamb? Well, hopefully it comes in like a lamb, stays that way, and goes out. I don't want any more cold weather. I can't handle it.
I like the way the weather's been the last few days, and today we're supposed to hit a high of 83 or 86 during the month of February. That's outstanding. If every day of the month of winter, or the
March.
Winter, if all winter could be like this, I'd be a happy camper.
It's kind of warm.
Oh, no, it's perfect for me.
Yeah. I just feel like if it's this warm now, it's going to be brutal
super
this
hot
summer.
in the summer. That's what always was the
brutal.
problem.
We had the hottest, according to meteorologists, we had the hottest winter ever on record. And I think all of last year was the hottest year that we had in history since they've been keeping record.
That makes sense.
So what's going to happen this summer?
We'll be on vacation a lot.
We're
taking the show on the road.
That was the thing, living in Phoenix, when I did live there and work in radio in Phoenix way back, winters were phenomenal. Because, once October, November hit, all the way till June, it was just great. Very little rain. They'd go 125 days without rain. And guess what? They don't need it like we need it. It's a desert. So we'd go there. The only bad part was the summers were hotter than all get out.
Well, hot summers there, so hot here the concrete cracks.
Yeah.
So
they have
look for a lot of new potholes if it's as hot as it was last year.
They must have a different material makeup for their concrete, asphalt, or whatever, because it gets extremely hot. It'll be 115, 118 degrees there, and they won't buckle the roads.
See, I'm with Richard on that.
What's that?
It's a scam.
It's a scam here.
A scam?
Yeah. This has been going on for quite some time. You mean to tell me they can't change the mixture or do something?
Something to
Yeah. And instead, why do that when you can go ahead and get that
Mess
truck
up your
running
tire.
and then go ahead and go patch it, charge for patching it.
Yeah.
So you stay in business.
Puts those guys to work, yeah. By the way, we got one latecomer here, Suzanne Chitwood. Is it Coyle? Yeah. Suzanne Chitwood Coyle jumping on right at the last moment of the video podcast. Thanks for doing so. We'll do this again next week. Remember, we're going to wrap this thing up. Thanks to Othello's Italian Restaurant for letting us do the show here each and every week in Edmond at the downtown Edmond Othello's.
Wait a minute.
They got another location in Norman, too, so check them out.
I don't hear something.
Oh, the music? Well, we also have to thank... We have to thank the folks at...
Now I feel better.
Folks at Andy B's, thanks for being a part of the show. Thanks for being a major sponsor. And same to Flash Hauler. Want to know about moving stuff? Contact Flash Hauler by going to FLASHOLR.com.
Let them do the heavy work for you.
FlashHauler.com. It's great. And Andy B's, check them out. They're on Penn, just south of Northwest 122nd. Look for the giant 2-story letter B. They've got all kinds of great stuff for you. Meanwhile, we got to go. We got to get out of here. They're throwing us out. It's time to move on. So remember, when you go out to do what you do. Oh, by the way, also, he was looking forlorn. I don't mean to do that. We got to thank Richard, the producer, executive director of the show.
Yeah, I mean,
doing such a nice
he comes
job.
in. See, you don't realize all of the stuff that he packs in here.
Yeah.
He has to unpack, put together, double check to make sure that all the connections are made, that everything is working the way that it should, and then he has to deal with us.
Yeah.
This guy.
But with that in mind,
he's special.
remember, anytime anything goes wrong on the show,
all
don't blame
fault.
us.
Yeah.
Look at Richard.
All we have is a microphone. He's the one punching buttons and sliding stuff. And
100% my fault.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get out of here. When you go out to do what you do it like Jack and Ron. Like Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dam Williams, go out, be the best at what you do. Give it 110, 120, 130% effort, like Jack and Ron. Go out there, give it hell.
Bye-bye.